Sooner, everybody. My name's Harry James. Oklahoma didn't get the NCAA bid that they wanted. They are going to the NIT, however. As a number one seed, they will host Missouri State, for sure, in the first round. The winner of that game will either face 4th seed Colorado or 5th seed St. Bonaventure on Sunday. All right, guys, we'll preview Oklahoma, Missouri State, and then we'll take a look at Colorado, and we'll take a look at St. Bonaventure. And we'll tell you the first round game times that are out, by the way. All that and more coming up next. Boomer Sooner 1982. Don't go away! Welcome back to the show, everybody. You guys know me, I'm Harry James. Coming up next, let's take a look at the men's NIT bracket. Oklahoma is the number one seed in their part of the bracket. They do also have 8th seed Missouri on their side. They will host that game on Tuesday night, March 15th at 6 o'clock on ESPN. Missouri State at Oklahoma. That same night, a little bit later, 10 o'clock, Pac-12 time, that is, St. Bonaventure will be at Colorado, ESPN 2 for that one. These second round matchups will be on Sunday, either in Norman or in Boulder, Colorado. That's out of the way. So now let's take a look at the teams. We'll start with our beloved Oklahoma Sooners, number one overall seed in this side of the NIT bracket. 18-15, 7-11. They matched a 7-11 Big 12 play. They lost in the semifinals to Texas Tech last time out, 56-55, if you'll remember. Their head coach is Porter Moser, 1990 grad from Creighton, and is in his first year in charge of Oklahoma. Two players coming into this year helping the Sooners get back to postseason tournament and NIT bids. That's Emoji Gibson and 15, Tanner Groves. Starting with 2, Emoji Gibson averaging 12.5 points per ball game, 2.1 boards, 1.5 assists per ball game, playing in all 33 games this year for the Sooners. 35, Tanner Groves next. 11.8 points per ball game, 5.6 boards, 1.7 assists per ball game, playing in 32 of the 33 games in Norman this year. Oklahoma will host an 8th seed in Missouri State, 23-10, 13-5 in the Missouri Valley. They lost to Drake University by a free throw in their own right, 79-78 in the Missouri Valley Conference Championship game. Lost it, by the way, in overtime. Their head coach, Dana Ford, 2006 grad from Illinois, and is in his 4th year in charge of Missouri State. Missouri State players that average double figures, 2 of them. 1, Isaiah Mosley, 44, Craig Prim. Gage Prim, I should say. Start with 1, Isaiah Mobley, averaging 20.1 points per ball game, 6.1 boards, 2.4 assists, playing in all 33 games for Missouri State and the Bears. While Gage Prim averages 16.4 points per ball game, 8.0 boards, 1.7 assists, playing in all 33 games this year for Missouri Valley. or the Missouri State. All right, that's the Oklahoma bracket. Now, Oklahoma can still host. If they beat Missouri State, they will host one of either number 4 seed Colorado or number 5 seed St. Bonaventure on Sunday. Let's take a look at that. 4 seed Colorado, 21-11 overall, 12-8 in Pac-12 action. They lost to Arizona 81-72 in a Pac-12 semifinal. Their head coach, Tad Boyle, I should say, 1985 grad from Kansas, Rock Chalk J. Hawk. Fans might remember him from the Big 8 days as a player or even as a coach, because he's been at Colorado for 12 years, meaning he would have coached in the Big 12. Helping Tad make the jump from Big 12 to Pac-12 over the years hasn't been easy, but most recently, it's been a little easier with 2 double-figure scores, including 12 Jabari Walker, 21 Evan Battey, B-A-T-T-E-Y, Batty. Jabari Walker averages 14.9 points per ball game, 9.4 boards, 1.2 assists per ball game, playing in 32 games this year. All 32 games, I should say. Evan Battey also played in all 32 games, averages 12.3 points per ball game, 4.7 boards, 1.2 assists per ball game. And the final and lowest seed on this half of the bracket, St. Bonaventure. 20-9, 12-5 in the Atlantic 10 Conference. They lost to St. Louis in the Atlantic 10 quarterfinals, 57-56. Their head coach, Mark Schmidt, 1985 grad from Boston College, and is in his 15th year at Bonaventure. St. Bonaventure, I should say. All right. Leading scorers for Bonaventure, 33, Jalen Attaway, and Jaron Holmes. Jaron Holmes, yep. Number 5. 33 is first. 33, Jalen Attaway, averages 16.9 points, or 16 even per ball game. 16.0, 6.4 boards, and 1.1 assists per ball game, playing in 28 of the 29 games this year. Now, Jaron Holmes played in all 29 games, averaging 13.2 points per ball game, 5.1 boards, 3.7 assists per ball game. All right, guys. As we already talked about earlier, if you didn't hear, here it is again. A schedule breakdown, at least for the NIT. The men's NIT, March 15th. That will be the opening round game. First round games. Missouri State at Oklahoma. That game will be at 6 o'clock ESPN on Tuesday night. Also on Tuesday night, 5th seed St. Bonaventure will be in Pac-12 country, Pac-12 after dark, at 4th seed Colorado. That tip time, 10 p.m. That game, ESPN2. All right, guys. The second round game will be Sunday night for the NIT. All right, guys. Thanks for Sunday. Don't know a time yet. Sunday sometime. If Oklahoma wins, go to Soonersports.com. Pretty sure that they will have that up soon after. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. My name's Harry James. You can catch this on all my other videos on the YouTube, Boomer Sooner 1982. Also, Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or on the Twitter handle, @HypeManHarry. All right, guys. That will wrap this Big 12 this NIT preview up. Hopefully next week we'll be back with another preview of the quarterfinals and semifinals and finals. You never know, guys. Once you're in, baby. Thanks for watching. See y'all then. Boomer. Peace.